Welcome, everybody. My name is Mike Obay, National Consultant with Ambit Energy. I just want to first thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come on here and look at a company presentation with Ambit Energy. Before I get started, I just want to tell you briefly a little bit about myself, really how I found out about Ambit and really why I started my Ambit business. I've been with the company now 6.5 years, and 6.5 years ago, I definitely was not looking for anything different in my life. Why? I was working about 100 to 110 hours a week. What was I doing? I owned and operated 3 ice cream franchises. I managed all of them myself. I had a mortgage company, credit company, construction company, a couple dozen rental properties, and a 1-year-old child and a 2-year-old child that I never had a chance to really see because my businesses just took up so much time out of my life. So you're probably agreeing why I wasn't looking for something. But 6 years ago, my best friend called me up on the phone, told me that him and his wife were considering starting a business called Ambit. And before they got started, they wanted to get my opinion and my advice as a best friend, as a business owner, if they should consider it. I sat down, looked at a similar presentation to like you're going to see in a moment, and I sat there taking notes, thinking I'm going to give my friend advice. And when I seen this presentation, not only did I encourage my friend to get started, but I said I'm going to get started as well. Now, I didn't have much time to do it because I was working 100, 110 hours a week. But the opportunity that you're going to see in a moment was too good to let me pass by. So I decided to get started. I put about 3 to 5 hours a week in. I knew nothing about the energy business. I was actually a very quiet, shy person. Never did sales before. I was just a hard-working, more of a numbers guy than a salesperson. But because Ambit had a system in place, I started this business a few hours a week. Got great training from a lot of mentors in the business who taught me, and my business just kept growing and growing and growing. After doing Ambit a few years part-time, I decided to put more of an effort into it. I decided to get rid of other businesses and other real estate properties that were just taking up a lot of my time, a lot of headaches, to be able to spend more time with my kids and to be able to put more time into Ambit. I have an amazing lifestyle now from Ambit Energy. I have my life back. I'm able to see my kids whenever I want instead of 20 minutes a day. It's a great opportunity. Everything is a place here for you to step into this business and run with it. So please, just take a closer look at Ambit. And you're going to see something today. Ambit's almost an 8-year-old company. In 8 years, they have not done a promotion that you are actually going to see today in this presentation. I haven't seen it in my 6 years, and it hasn't been announced in 8 years. So halfway through, you're going to see a promotion that we have never done before in the company history. So stay tuned. Why is Ambit the right choice? Well, we were founded in 2006 by Jerry Thompson and Chris Chambliss. Jerry on the right. I'll give you his background. Jerry comes from a great family background in business. His family actually started 7-Eleven. They started 7-Eleven from one store and grew to over 50,000 locations. So Jerry does know something about business. Chris Chambliss to the left is our Chief Marketing Officer. Now, Chris, this isn't his first company. He's been with another company back in the 90s called Excel Telecommunications. Chris Chambliss helped that company become a billion-dollar company in under 7 years. If you look at the bottom of our screen, Chris also helped Ambit become a billion-dollar company in under 7 years. There are only a handful of companies in world history that have done that, and companies like Facebook and Google and Groupon, but yet Chris has helped 2 separate companies get to $1 billion in just under 7 years. Ambit won a lot of awards, really just too many to list. We're right now currently the 12th largest direct selling company in the world, and we're only 8 years in business. We're the #1 direct seller of energy in the world. J.D. Power and Associates voted us #1 energy company in multiple states. And in 2010, Inc. magazine voted Ambit the #1 fastest growing company in North America, and we were only in 3 states, Texas, New York, and Illinois. A wave is coming. We'll talk today about energy deregulation. So for the first time in USA history, energy monopolies are being broken up. Customers do have a right to choose where they get their power from. And the timing of this is absolutely perfect. Why do I say that? Here's a map of the United States. You see there's dark gray and there's light gray shaded states. The government has to go into each state one at a time to break up these big monopoly companies. So currently there are 28 dark gray states that are in different phases of deregulation. Ambit is currently in 14 states. 14 states we're in. And if you see most of them, Northeast, we go from California, Texas, and then Chicago, and all over the Northeast. So we're in 14 states, and in these areas, we have less than 3% of the customers. What does that mean? 97% of the houses and businesses around you do not have Ambit service yet. So there is so much room for growth, so much potential in those 14 states. That gets me excited. But what really gets me excited is the other 36 gray states that we haven't even touched yet. And eventually this will go to Canada, we believe, to Europe, Australia, and it'll start going all over the world. So that's why I say the timing is absolutely perfect. How does this all work? Now, you might recognize some of the companies at the bottom of the screen. These are the former monopolies. These companies have had monopolies ever since they've been in existence. So for an example, I live in the New York City area. We have Con Edison. So Con Edison, for years, for over 100 years, they had a monopoly, and this goes the same for no matter what company you have. In the past, these companies used to have their own generation plants where they would generate power. And then they would take that same power and they would deliver it through telephone poles and wires and pipes. They would deliver it to the end user, which is the house or the business customer. So in the past, these monopolies used to make money on the generation side and on the delivery side. But through deregulation laws, that has all changed. The government has forced these companies out of the generation business. So they are no longer generating power. They are no longer allowed by law to make a profit on the generation. Yes, they still remain your delivery company. That is not going to change. The company that's been delivering your power and sending you the bill for the past year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, that will remain exactly the same. All you're doing is you're choosing Ambit Energy as your energy retail provider. Talk about our service now. Why did this make sense to me when I was already working 100 hours a week with no free time? Because everybody I know uses electricity and gas 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We use it and we don't even know we're using it. You know, right now you might be sitting at home or you might be at work, but your refrigerator is constantly plugged in. Your alarm clocks are constantly plugged in. That means that electric meter is spinning 24 hours a day. So everybody uses our product, especially now in the winter months. Everybody has heat on in their house. So there's no cost to become a customer. Nothing changes for the customer at all. You still get billed and serviced by the same exact company. Now, a lot of people ask me this question. You know, if I do this, is my energy company going to be okay with it? So rather than me telling you, I actually took something from Con Edison's website. This is the energy company in New York City, and this goes the same for no matter what company you use. And here's what it says. Is Con Edison okay with me buying electricity and gas from other suppliers? Con Ed's primary business role is delivery, and ESCO, which means Energy Supply Company, are in the business of supply. Even after you choose a supply company, Con Edison will still be there to read your meter, handle service calls, and provide you emergency assistance. You will still receive the same safe and reliable service that you come to expect. So these energy companies are telling you that they are okay if you choose a different supply company. A lot of them tell you on the bill that you can choose a supply company to save money and get other benefits. The bill still comes from the same company. As you see here, Con Edison at the top left of the bill. The same name is on the bill, the same account number, but all it is Ambit now becomes a supply company. In your house now, if you haven't chosen a supplier yet, the power that's in your house is not coming from the same company that's delivering it to you. They're actually buying it on the open market from other energy sources, other energy suppliers, other energy companies. You're just telling your company that you'd like to buy it from Ambit, and you'll see some of the benefits in a minute why someone might go out there and choose Ambit Energy as the supplier. So everything remains exactly the same. Down at the bottom, you heard how many different businesses I've had in the past, from ice cream to mortgages to real estate. Why I love Ambit? There are no deliveries. There are no inventories. There's no collections. And my biggest problem was dealing with employees. There are no employees with Ambit Energy. These are some great things that Ambit has to offer. I'm doing this presentation now, and I usually work, out of my house. I don't have to have a storefront and pay overhead or anything like that. It's an amazing company. Great savings, competitive rates. Ambit does great things for our customers. We have over 1.2 million customers. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. J.D. Power and Associates voted us #1 energy company in multiple states. In a lot of our states and markets, we have guaranteed savings in writing for our customers. Satisfaction guarantee. We also offer Green E products. Now, every single customer gets a welcome gift for enrolling. So let's say you go to your next door neighbor, Mary, and you show Mary how she could save some money on her electric bill. Ambit's going to provide you with a website. You go to your website, you type in Mary's name, her address, her account number, her phone number, her email. You hit submit. Mary becomes a customer. Now she starts saving money. As a thank you, Ambit's going to give Mary a free welcome gift. We give every customer a 3-day, 2-night hotel package to over 20 locations throughout the United States. It's a 3- or 4-star hotel that you could choose, as a thank you from Ambit. Ambit also gives you monthly travel reward points. So basically, the more electric you use, the more gas you use, you're saving money, but you're earning reward points. You can redeem those reward points for different vacation packages, 4 days in Orlando, 4 days in Vegas, Cancun trips. So just by paying a bill you have to pay anyway at a cheaper price, you're actually earning reward points for travel. Now, every single customer earns a free website. So you got your next door neighbor Mary to become a customer. We give Mary her own free website, like you see here on the screen. So let's say Mary's happy. She goes home that night and calls her mom. Hey, Mom, guess what? I'm saving money on my electric bill and my gas bill. And the company gave me a free 2-night hotel package. Well, that's great, Mary. Can I take advantage? Yes, you can, Mom. Now, if Mary goes to her site and clicks on that Sign Up Now button that you see there and signs up Mom as a customer, Mom is going to start saving money. Mom is now going to get a 2-night hotel package. But if Mary goes out there and refers 4 more people for a total of 5, she is now going to get one of those better travel packages like I spoke to you about, the 4-day trip to Orlando, Florida, Cancun, for referring 5 people. In a moment, I'm going to go to the second part of this, that if you decide to join us in business, you would get paid every month on Mary, who's your next door neighbor, and you would get paid on the 5 referrals of people that Mary referred that you probably do not know. I'm going to take this one step further. Ambit Energy has what's called a free energy program. Let me explain how it works. Mary becomes a customer for free. Anybody become a customer for free, for no cost, no contract, no cancellation. That customer goes out there and refers 15 people through their website. Ambit is now going to give you a free energy credit on your bill. Not 1 month, but every single month. Let me explain. Here is a sample bill. This person is somebody who lives in the Pennsylvania market. They have PP&L as their energy company. Now, every single bill is broken down into 2 parts. There's always delivery, which is there's delivery charges, and then there's generation or supply charges. Now, if you look at this person's bill, you see here it says PP&L electric utility charges $68.55. That's for PP&L to deliver the power to your house. And guys, this goes the same for no matter what energy company you use. Every bill is broken down into 2 sections, generation and delivery. But if you see there below it, total Ambit charges 0. So that person paid nothing for their supply. Let me show you the back of the bill. As you see here, there are 2 sections. Highlighted, you see the generation charges for Ambit, and below that, you see the distribution or delivery charges for PP&L or any energy company. So the delivery charges were $68. But if you look, it says charges for Ambit, right? It says the charges should have been $89 and $54, but because this customer referred 15 people, Ambit gives him a customer referral credit for free energy on his bill. So that $89 and the $54 should have come to $143, but because this person referred 15 people, they got a credit minus $143, and it got balanced out to 0. Ambit takes the average of the 15 people referral supply charges, they add them up, they divide by 15, whatever that average is, they will give you up to the amount of your supply charge. They will not give you more than a supply charge, but in this case, they paid the entire $143, and he had a total Ambit charge of 0. If your 15 referrals come to, let's say, $100, it would say 143 minus 100, and your supply charge would be $43. But in this customer's case, he gets $143 a month. Times that by 12 months, it's almost $1,700 a year in free energy for referring 15 customers one time. I referred my 15 customers over 6 years ago, and I've been getting free gas and free electric ever since. So it's worth it to do a couple hours of work to get free energy month after month, year after year. Well, I showed you a little bit about our company. I showed you how we could save customers money. I showed you how we can help customers get free travel, help customers get free electricity. Now I want to show you the opportunity side of this. You have a chance to partner up with Ambit Energy, and Ambit is not looking for you to become an employee of the company. They're looking for business partners. They're looking for independent consultants. And what I got to say is Ambit's an 8-year-old company. Last year did $1.5 billion in revenue. We were the fastest growing company in America. We're the largest largest direct seller of energy in the world, and Ambit has always been an amazing opportunity. There's always been a cost to get started, and it's always been $429, but we just had a convention recently, and Ambit made an announcement that I never thought was even possible. They made an announcement that that $429 fee is waived. We are now currently in an open enrollment period where you can actually get started in the business for free. So until February 27th, you can get into the business for no money, for no cost to get started. So that $429 investment is gone. We are in an open enrollment period until February 27th, which means you can join this business today before February 27th and start making money immediately. Your only out-of-pocket expense is $24.95 per month. What does that get you? It gets you a whole suite of websites. Now, when I looked at this presentation 6.5 years ago, I looked at a presentation video like you see here at the bottom left. You have your own personalized website, your own domain name. It does an entire presentation for you in English and in Spanish. You have a customer website, and you have something called Power Zone that tracks your entire business, all for just $24.95 per month. The Power Zone shows you all your customers, all your consultants, your bonuses, your commissions, your team as it builds. There's training videos, training materials, everything for just $24.95 per month. So let me recap. Normally, it's $429. Plus $24.95 to get started. That $429 is waived until February 27th. You can get in this business, and that cost is gone. So all you're paying is $24.95 per month, which is your websites, and you have the ability to go out there and bring people into your team for no cost until February 27th. Now I'm going to show you how you can go out there and take full advantage of this. Benefits of owning your own business. The best thing is flexible schedule. 99% of people that start this business do it on a part-time basis. I can't tell you how many doctors, lawyers, surgeons, cops, firemen, nurses, stay-at-home moms, college students, you name it, they're doing it. The great thing about it is you keep doing exactly what you're doing in life, but you find a handful of hours to put into Ambit. I used to work over 100 hours a week, extremely busy. And I started this business 3 to 5 hours a week. I followed a simple system, and it worked. Incredible tax benefits. In Ambit, you become a business owner. You get paid $10.99. You get incredible tax advantages and unlimited income potential. How do we get paid? Now, if you decide to join this business, obviously somebody thought highly enough for you to get you on here to look at this. If you decided to join that person in business, that person does not make a penny until you get your first paycheck. So they do have a financial incentive to go out there and help you, and so does so many other people in this company. So this is you. How do you get your first paycheck? Well, Ambit says you want to go out there and get 5 customers. A customer is just somebody's electric bill or gas bill, residential, commercial. So you become a consultant. Your house can become a customer. So Ambit says get 5 customers. Just by activating your website and picking a name for it, Ambit gives you your first 2 customer points for free. Now, if you live in one of our 14 states and you can become a customer, you could sign up your house as your own first customer. You get some training, you get some help from other people. You go out there, you get a neighbor and a coworker. You get 3 people to save money on a bill. You just made your first bonus of $100. This is a one-time bonus. Ambit gives you 4 weeks to do it. If you do it the same day, you get paid right away. If you go out there and get 2 additional customers in that same 4-week period or sooner, Ambit gives you another $100. Think about this. You start this business for an open enrollment with no cost. You get your website started for $24.95. You go out there and enroll your house as a customer. With some help and some coaching and some training, you go out there and gather 4 customers. It could be done in an hour. It could be done in a day, 2 days, a week. Anytime before 4 weeks, and you made your first $150. Think about that. See, I come from the franchise world with my ice cream businesses. Where can you start a business for $25 for a website, go out there in your first day or first couple days, and make a profit? You can make $150, and all you invested was $25 to get your websites up and running. If you go out there and get 3 additional customers in 8 weeks or less, another $100. If you go out there and get a total of 30 customers in 12 weeks or less, Ambit will pay you $450 in bonuses. Let's review. You're pay nothing to get started. You get your website going. You go out there and get 30 customers. You made $450. You have tax benefits. You probably have free gas, free electricity, if you refer 15 of each. And I'm going to show you how you're going to start getting paid each and every month on your house as a customer, your neighbor, your coworker, your friends, your family. On all these customers, you will start getting paid month after month after month, and you'll see that shortly. Next thing we want to do is help you get promoted. Why? Every time you get promoted, you get a pay increase. So how do you get promoted? Well, it's based on a building block of 526. The first step is to go out there and get 5 customers. You already did that. You made $100. The second step is go out there and share this opportunity. Right? We have everything in place. You're looking at this video right now. It's a video I made. It's a YouTube video. You can go out there and share my video. You can go out there and show people a presentation on your website. We provide you with DVDs. We have hotel meetings going on in multiple states. Everything is in place for you to go out there to help build a business. You do not need to become a presenter. You don't need to become a salesman. You just have to go out there and show people the same video that you're looking at today. So what do? You go to your friend John tonight. You sit down and show John the same video that I looked at. John watches the presentation, realizes he can get into this during open enrollment period and get into business for nothing. John gets into this business. He gets excited. He goes out there and gathers 5 customers. John makes $100. Now you make a matching $100. If John gets 2 additional customers, he gets an extra $50, and so do you. Then, tomorrow morning, you sit down with Tom. You show Tom the same video presentation. Tom loves it. Tom says, I want to get started. Tom gets his customers. Tom gets $100. You get another $100. If Tom gets 2 more, his bonuses increases to 50 more. So does yours. Now, John and Tom are super excited. They get into this business. They just made $150 their first day in business, however long it took them, before 4 weeks. These guys want to take advantage of the promotion with open enrollment. They go out there and start showing other people presentations as quick as possible, and all of a sudden your team starts building. And now you're promoted. See, the 5 means 5 customers. 2 means you want to personally sponsor at least 2 people yourself. And then a 6 is to build a team of 6 people who can acquire 7 customer points apiece. Once you get 6 total consultants in your first group, you now become what's called a regional consultant. As a regional consultant, you're doing the same thing, but now you're making more money. Now you go out there and you show this business to Mary. And you show it to Michelle. When Mary and Michelle join your regional organization, you are now making $155. Ambit gave you a 55% pay increase for doing the same exact thing, but because you're a regional, you're getting paid 55% more. Now, these people that you know, Mary and Michelle, they're excited. They're getting this business going. It's still open enrollment before February 13th. They start showing everybody they know. And their team starts building, which in turn your team starts building. Once you get a total of 18 people in your regional group, you now become what's called a senior consultant. As a senior consultant, same thing, but the bonuses are even higher now. $235 as a senior consultant and up to $135 to unlimited levels. Guys, these regional and the senior bonuses go to unlimited levels. As a senior consultant, how do you promote? You have to get to the level of senior consultant first and then help 5 people in your senior organization. It could be John, it could be Mary, it could be Jennifer, it could be Michelle, it could be Frank. Help 5 people in that senior organization promote to senior, and now you become what's called an executive consultant. Again, doing the same thing over again, but now you're making more money. $315 on anybody you personally sponsor and $215 to unlimited levels. How do executive consultants promote? You have to get to the level of executive first. Then help 5 people, any 5 people in your executive organization become executives, and then you promote to what's called national consultant, which is the top position in the company. And I'm happy to say I just got to national a couple months ago. So national consultant, $340 and $240 to unlimited levels. All these people that you see, these are consultants. You're going to know a few of them, but your team is going to start building and building, all different cities, all different states, all over the country. What you're seeing here is a whole bunch of consultants. But remember, all these consultants that join your team are also going out there and gathering customers. So you go out there as a consultant. You want to personally try to get 20 customers in your entire career in Ambit. That's the most you need is 20. You're welcome to get more, but the most you need is 20. So you're going to see on the next slide, you're going to get paid every month on your 20 customers. But when Mary gets 20, now you're getting paid on 40. When Michelle gets 20, now you're getting paid on 60 and 80 and 100. 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 300, 400, 500, and so on. You can see now how you start getting paid on hundreds, thousands, and tens of thousands of customers, yet you only have 20 customers yourself. Now I want to show you the reason why I probably started this business. You know, in life, there's two different ways that most Americans earn money. The first way is called linear income. Linear income is where if you go out there and you work 40 hours a week, you're going to get paid for working those 40 hours. If you don't go to work, you do not get paid. See, me, I was in the mortgage business for about 8 years. I did very well when the mortgages were going good, you know, but I had to go out there and always find the next mortgage client. I did a mortgage, I got a nice commission. No mortgage, no commission. In my ice cream stores, I have to keep going out there every day and get people to come in and keep buying ice cream cones. So that's what I learned. You know, you learn in school. Go out there, go to school, get a good job, or start a small home-based business. That's all I knew. That's all I knew was to go out there and really just trade my time for money. And I got to a point where I had so many businesses that I was working 100, 110 hours a week. But there's another way that a very small percentage of Americans get paid. It's something called residual income. Now, residual income is something I never had before. I didn't learn about it in school. My father didn't teach me residual income. Who gets residual income? Singers, songwriters, rappers, rock stars. They go out there, they create a hit song. Every time that song plays on the radio or somebody downloads it on iTunes or somebody buys an album or a CD, they get paid for it over and over and over. Think about it. The families of Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, the Beatles, they are still getting paid today on music, on records, that those songs that those artists have written decades ago, and they're still getting paid. Who else gets residual? An author of a book. The author goes out there and writes one book. If that book sells 1 million copies, they get paid. 2 million copies and so on. Do something once and get paid for it over and over and over is residual income. And that's what I want to show you. I showed you before bonuses in Ambit. That's great, but this is the reason why I joined Ambit. In Ambit, we get paid 7 levels. So this is you up here. We get paid 7 levels below that, and I'll explain. MCs are called marketing consultants. That's what I am, and that's what you would become. You then go out there and find 3 people who want to get started. We're going to call these 3 people John, Tom, and Mary. These are 3 people that you know. John's from church, Tom is from the neighborhood, and Mary works with you. They join up and start on your first level because they directly came from you. Now what happens? John knows 3 people in Connecticut. Tom knows 3 people in Rhode Island. Mary knows 3 people in New Jersey. You have 9 strangers that you do not know on your second level helping you build a business. Those 9 people go out there and find 3 people apiece. You have 27 people, 81. You eventually have over 3,000 consultants in your organization. And all you knew and have to thank was just John, Tom, and Mary. Now, I mentioned to you earlier, the most customers that you as an individual need is 20 in your entire career in Ambit. You can get more if you like. You go out there and you get your 20 customers. But John gets 20, Tom gets 20, Mary gets 20. So not only do you get paid on your 20, but you're getting paid on their 106, their 60. You're getting paid on these 180, the 540. You eventually have over 65,000 customers in your organization. Yes, what I am showing you here, this is a perfect illustration. This is if every single consultant goes out there and gets 3 consultants apiece, and every person gets 20 customers apiece. Now, these 65,000 people, they get an electric bill, or a gas bill. Their bill goes from January 1st to January 31st. February 15th, you get paid residual. That would be $78,000 a month, every month on the 15th. If your organization looked exactly like this, and this is just for illustration purposes, you would get paid $78,000 in rockstar residual income month after month after month, year after year after year. And again, this is a perfect illustration. Not everybody is going to get 20 customers. Some might get more than 20, some might get less, some might not get any. What I want to do is knock it in half. Let's say every person only went out there and got 10 customers each. John got 10, Mary got 10, Tom got 10, so now they're getting 10 apiece. That would be 32,000 customers. That would pay you $39,000 a month in residual income month after month after month on the 15th of every month when they pay their electric and gas bill. Let's chop it down even further. Let's say every person only got 3 customers apiece. That's still $11,000 a month in residual income. Times that by 12 months, it's over $130,000 a year in residual income. Now, I want you to look in this customer column. See how on the first level there's 9, 27, 81, 200, then all of a sudden there's 6,000. See how the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger? That's called exponential growth. As your organization grows, it's almost like taking a snowball and rolling it down a hill. The snowball, what does it do? It gets bigger and bigger and it rolls faster and faster, and that's how your Ambit organization will grow. So if there's 6,000 customers on level 7, how many do you expect to be on level 8 or level 10 or level 15 or 20 or so on? It gets bigger and bigger. Here's the power of Ambit. Once you become a regional consultant, you are going to get paid an additional 25 cents per customer per month on levels 1 through 7 and then levels 8 to infinity. You might be saying, well, what is this guy Mike talking about a quarter? How much money can you really make with a quarter? Well, let me show you. If you had 9,800 customers like this and they added a quarter to every customer, that's just about $2,500 a month in quarters. Times 12 months, that's just about $30,000 a year from one quarter on 9,800 customers. Now, if you got promoted to senior consultant, up to 50 cents a customer. Executive, up to 75 cents. As a national consultant, up to $1 per customer per month to unlimited levels. Once your business gets going and gets established, this one slide alone here, in my opinion, will probably pay you more money than the other slides I showed you so far today. Why does this work? Ambit is a service, not a product. See, I've never did sales before. I was a quiet, shy person. If I had to go out there and sell people products, I would not have joined the business. But because Ambit was a service that everybody I know already uses electric and gas, I can help them save money, help them get it for free. It just made total sense to me. Power of part-time. The great thing is, like I explained, you keep doing exactly what you're doing in life with your job, your business, and your family, but you put a handful of hours into this. I used to work 100 hours a week plus, and I was able to find some time to do this business. If you want to work Ambit Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, the following week you can work it Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. That's totally up to you. You pick and choose your own hours you want to do it. Lucrative compensation plan. I showed you the numbers. The money is there for you to go out there and get. Right now it is open enrollment. You can get into this business without paying the $429. Gather a handful of customers and start making money your first day. You can go and gather other people to become consultants before February 13th, and they can get in with the open enrollment period for nothing. They make money and you make money. You can build a big, fast team during this open enrollment. This has never, ever been done in 8 years in Ambit's existence. Perfect timing. You should be happy you're seeing this now. In January 2015, February 2015, you are looking at this. Ambit just got into its 14th state. We're in 14 states with less than 3% market share. What does that mean? There's so much potential in our 14 states, but there's still 36 more states to go. There's Europe, there's Canada, there's Australia. So are you happy you're seeing it now in 2015? Or would you rather come back here in 2020 or 2025 or when we're in 30, 40 states and overseas? It's all about timing, and the timing of this thing is now. Proven system. Ambit is a franchise-like business that if you get started in this business, we have a proven system in place that I don't care your age, I don't care your background, I don't care if you're busy, not busy, I don't care if you're shy like I was, not into sales, it doesn't make a difference. If you believe in this opportunity and you are humble and coachable and can follow a system and commit a handful of hours a week to put into it, anybody can do this business if you believe in it and you want to do it. What I'll tell you is get back with the person that invited you on here. Obviously, somebody thought highly enough for you to get you on to look at this. Get back to that person and let them know that you want to get started in Ambit Energy. I highly encourage you to do this. I've been doing this 6.5 years. I've now given up a lot of businesses and a lot of real estate to go full force with Ambit. I truly believe it's that good of an opportunity. Get back to the person. Tell them that you're excited to get started. You want to get in now while it's open enrollment. You get to go out there and start building a team of people until February 13th as open enrollment with no initial investment to get started. Take full advantage. Become your own first customer. Take control of your financial future. Start getting paid and take full advantage of this opportunity. I look forward to helping you, working with you. There's a lot of stuff on the internet, a lot of training videos, materials. Everything is out there for you to take a look at. I wish you the best of luck and have a great day. Talk to you soon.